to 3-0 from premiere to perfection.
Suicide, it's a suicide. Got the barrel to my chin, it's been do or die. Who is you, bitch? Who is I? Just an unclean fiend.
Oh, so you're who they sent to meet the teams going to Masters. After a year of duds, EDG is back on top. Smoggy, who was struggling on Omen, has found his second win as a duelist. Kankan continued his domination over the region, scoring his 3,000th kill in VCT. And I know what you're saying. Oh my gosh, Kankan got 3,000 kills versus a bunch of plumbers. Am I supposed to be impressed? Yeah. Like, do I even need to remind you that he got 111 rose kills in a Champs Grand Finals? Face it, put Kankan in any region, and this man's gonna be near the top. That's #1 fanboy Chichu is back on Sendi, and he is farming. Like, genuinely, when you see his Cypher on site, if you can even manage to go 2 for 1, you're happy. Jenny, free from Euro duty, is bringing the smoke to his opponents. Except for when he's on Neon duty, and then he brings more of an old orb. But Neon's gonna be nerfed, so we don't care about that. Nobody, though he hasn't been fragging as hard as we know he can, has been going exquisite rounds for EDG. Auto, despite my many doubts, has EDG playing well, and has them on comps that bring the best out of the boys. Before talking about anything, I have to show you my favorite clip from XLG this playoffs. Like my goat gets one sick up shot and then hits the feet face special to hand over an up that cost his team the round. I mean, look at it. No man has no LOS. He walks in front of his own team star. There is simply no reason to do this versus the eco. But I'm so glad he did because I fucking love this play. Anyways, moving past that, I went 5-0 on group stage with Happyway and Raga doing their thing, while I saw her continue to farm the region. No man continued to be great, and Leo looked better as IGL, and his fragging improved too. But for whatever reason, this team seems to have performance anxiety on the international stage, which is why they have a new coach who doesn't, bringing in Fade from Wolves. The raid boss of DRG is back. Fukashu has been insane all playoffs. Spirit C1 proved that he isn't just a Euro OTP. Flexen refound his form from last year, and the reunion of Nathan D and Life has been everything we could have asked for. Like, Life was genuinely struggling back on FPX, but now on DRG, while he isn't quite that 2024 Master Shanghai Life, he still looks very good. Unfortunately, even with all of this, they're still solidly the 3rd best team in the region. But with Fukashu on the server, anything's possible. Alright, so this is fine and good and all, but what you really want to hear is how the teams are going to do in London. Right? EDG are probably China's best hope. Though I can understand some skepticism because for the past year, players not named Kankan have routinely gone missing at international events. But this time they look different. Now some might highlight nobody's attack side calling, which is brilliant by the way. I want to focus on the defense. During the Euro meta, EDG, like the rest of China, looked completely lost. They seem to think the best way to play defense was just sit on your side of the barriers and wait. But now that's gone because EDG is back to aggressively pushing for information. Granted, one of the ways they like to do that is by having their IGL just walk it down on his own, but it's nobody, so we kinda just let him do it. EDG is not a team that's gonna win off of perfect protocols or strategy. They're gonna win off firepower. If the players can keep their farm, this team will go on a run. London will make 4 consecutive international appearances for XLG. At Santiago, they were completely unable to keep up the pace of the game.
These kind of reactions, these kind of split second decisions that we just like, they are more prepared for, maybe they're more experienced to do.
And despite being unbeaten in groups, they looked shaky this stage. Like going back to my favorite Happyway clip, while I stand by my take that I love this clip for all of its sweet, gluey glory, that is not how XLG should play. And it certainly isn't how arguably the best player in the region should be playing. Yes, China is famously terrible against ecos, but at this point, XLG shouldn't be. Now I'm a dom, so you would think I would like seeing XLG get routinely spanked on the international stage, but for once that's not what I want to see. Their first match is against NRG, so my hopes are not high. I'll be real, unless Nathan D cooks up something truly outrageous, I think DRG's just gonna get rolled. The last time we saw DRG on the international stage, Nathan D cooked up some diabolical plays that kept games way closer than they should have been. If they can replicate that performance but with Fukashu in there, they can 100% win games. Because I don't think I can explain exactly how good Fukashu has been this stage. With Cypher and Vice back in the meta, he has been unleashed. Does he always get max value from his util? But that doesn't matter because when he's shooting like this, the map is his domain to do whatever the hell he wants.
いぶき、これ美味しいお酒なんだけど、よかったら。もらっていいんですか？あ、うん。九条先輩、ありがとう。
AG had a rough stage. It started with the loss of AU1. Supposedly, AG was looking to shift IGL away from Kira anyways. So honestly, this provided the perfect opportunity to see just how bad of an idea that is. But regardless of their hiccups, they still bounced back in time to qualify for the Saudi tournament, so I guess everything's fine. Regardless, they have 10 champs points, so they're still in a great position to make champs.
ERV 这把正义能打几个？
太多了吧？第一个啊，
跳过来其实也没收点。第二遍，
王牌地位，1-5的神奇被他打出。
Wow. Unfortunately, the best ace I have ever seen was not enough to get Tyloo in the Masters. Watching Tyloo, you can see the mechanical talent is not what's holding them back. To solve this, in the offseason, they did some experimenting with swapping some players out, specifically Sword 9, but it didn't go well. I guess having an IGL is pretty important, and given there'll be an EDG's group next stage, their road is not getting any easier.
What I'm saying that people don't understand that we know the evaluation, we know what's the best move, but we don't understand it.
JDG had some good signs in stage 1. Finally on double duelist, their attack side looked so much better, with Xia showing the potential that he showed in tier 2. YU stepped up massively to fill in for the injured Stu, who had swapped over to controller, and despite suffering from a shoulder injury, Stu still looked really good on smokes. But this is gonna be harsh. But when a team has a player like Stu, adds a top tier 2 prospect, picks up proven players, and then goes out and gets the coach of the year, I expect that team to make internationals. At this point, I don't know if it's in the cards anymore, but I would certainly like to see it. I feel for Delby. He has been playing his heart out for the past year, but he just can't find success. Besides Delby, the rest of the team was wildly inconsistent. Like honestly, I just haven't understood what Destroyer's done this season. But I'm also really stupid, so that might be a me problem. But he did manage to get Abo to stop turbo feeding, which I would have said is 100% impossible. So that's something.
Does that make sense? Why do people keep thinking I'm some kind of dummy? I'm not. I have a brain and it feels hurt sometimes.
Tech has continued their ascent. Spitfires was a great addition, Coco and Lucas continued to pound, but the way they play the game, it just looks like they think they're the best players on the server and they can just do whatever they want, and that is not always the case. I do think there's a very good chance that this team plays Spoiler in stage 2. I just don't know if they'll be making it to Shanghai.
他左边的人在哪儿？左边的人在哪儿？他完全不知道。找到侧身吗？对面还是没漏。对面一个人在拖你的时间。
Oh look, it's my favorite team getting spoiled by Tech. BLG played like how I expected a Muggle-led team to play. There were great individual moments from players, but overall, their actual game plan was just too sloppy to win. At this point, BLG is far from a top 4 team, which is what they'll need to be to make Shanghai. And it seems like the team recognized that since Muggle was out at coach, and new head coach Anax is taking the reins. He had some interesting comps down in tier 2, so we'll see how it goes.
안 잡죠?
You gotta try this, dude. We finally got enough people for a 7-mile spanking machine. Ah! Ouch! 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 Ouch!
I mean, FPX did improve over kickoff, though it was mostly just Aeon carrying. I think Setrad showed some good signs, but beyond that there's not much more to say. Their final game against Tech was a masterclass in throwing. They are the Magnus Carlsen of blowing it. It's hard to imagine the team turning it around at this point.
Are you yellow?
What do you mean yellow? You mean like a coward?
No, like a banana. What the hell happened to him?
Well, you see, Janet, first Cat double-crossed me. Then Silvermane and his goons turned up. I escaped. They torched the laboratory, and I got plastered.
Nova has continued their disappointing season. For the positives, Swagster looks really good, and they got a win versus Wolves. But hey, that's an improvement over kickoff.
Sprays, no name, ew! Costa dead! 3v1v3, I believe! And Wolves! Wolves go back to back!
Wolves have looked amazing. Top of the league, that is what I want to see from this team. And No Name has been so good. Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. Those were the notes for the Apex program. Yeah, Wolves are bad. This grounds for some positives. At least Yosemite and Super Baby had some good games. But I think that's about it. Maybe just watch the Apex program.